Boo! This video was just recently filmed. I had others scheduled to come out for today, but those are going to be pushed back just so you guys can see this one ASAP. And don't worry, I'm not going to be here the whole video. You're going to see the investigation. I mean, technically, this was more of a ghost hunt versus a paranormal investigation in my terms, but we'll get to that in a second. Since all those other videos that were coming out today and the week after are now being pushed back, the things in them might not make sense to what you see in this video, since those were filmed like a month ago? A little over a month ago. And this one was just filmed, as in like 3 days ago. The first thing you might see me mention in the next video is I'm getting ready for this paranormal investigation, and I'm saying I'm not sure how much of it I can record. The reason being, we were bringing my friend Martina's, her nephew. And since he's not 18 yet, letting Martina know, I was like, well, if I do film, I'll have to film around him. If he does talk, I'll change his voice, I'll blur out his face. And then she was like, he has his own YouTube channel. So he's already on YouTube. And she already talked to his mom, and he talked to his mom about it, so they all said it was fine. I'm actually going to link down his channel down below. It's a lot of fishing stuff, so if you want to check out fishing stuff, which I love, his channel is going to be down below. I know I primarily do witchcraft-based things with little, sprinkling here and a sprinkling there of, the paranormal and spooky, and some of you guys had said that you guys wanted to see my investigations. So what I was originally going to do was, I was actually going to get the house to ourselves for the whole night. That way it would just be us. We ended up settling on a public paranormal investigation there, which I've been there before, and the team that does it, they're great. But when something is a public investigation and it's being handled by someone else, you do have to abide by their rules and whatnot, which is totally understandable. So we couldn't separate. We couldn't really one of us couldn't be in the attic when someone else was in the basement or anything else like that, which is totally understandable. So some parts you'd be like, oh, I think this is open over here, but I don't go over and I don't check. That's why, because it's a historical house and they're the ones that are technically in charge of it for that night. And when you investigate with other people, you get to see how other people investigate too, which could be a great thing if you want to learn more, if you're extroverted, or sometimes it could be a little bit terror-inducing if you're more introverted. So during these public investigations, you kind of turn into a hodgepodge of everybody's investigation, and there's just stuff galore everywhere. And it does make it a little bit hard if it's a big group, because then there's cross-talking, people making noises, or, someone whispering, or someone sneezing, or someone wanting to ask a question and someone else is already asking a question. So do keep that in mind. Like I said, I've worked with this group before. We get along great, but it's also fun to do things your own way and how you would do things. Or I guess how I would do things. I would have done some things different than how we did in this investigation. Or I would have wanted to spend more time in some places. Or wanted to look into some things a little bit more. But, it is what it is. This investigation was more for Martina's nephew, because he is super into the paranormal. And I took him on his first ever paranormal investigation last time he was down visiting. And we went to Mercy Brown, who's my cousin, the famous vampire of Rhode Island, Little Transylvania. And he had a blast. Plus, I have all the equipment. I know all the places. So when he wanted to go again, when he was down, I was like, we're going. But I do want to reiterate that since this was a public investigation, this whole video is chaotic as heck. I wanted to spend more time filming things and making sure that everything was in the right spot, but I'm carrying everything. I'm going into different places. I have people talking to me and asking me questions. I have other people doing their own thing off to the side. So this isn't filmed in the nice way I wanted to film it, so I feel like I have to explain that to you guys, and I'm really sorry. The next one, if you guys want another one after this one, I might look into going into one of these places just alone, maybe with 3 or at the most maybe 4. No, I'll say at the most 5, because I know some people would want to bring their partners, so 5 people. But that way it's not so chaotic, and have a game plan. Know where everybody's going into what room, doing what at what time, what's interacting with what can we rule out, what can we look into more, where are the cameras, where are the microphones, is anyone fiddling with microphones, stuff like that. Because even though you're going to these places, just because a place is haunted, it's not guaranteed that anything's going to happen. Paranormal isn't like the TV shows, you know what I mean? But that being said, we did get some stuff in this video, and I would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. The one at the very, very end, I don't want to spoil anything, but when I first heard it, because I didn't even know that I captured it, I was kind of like, what? But I might have figured it out. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. But since everything was so chaotic, the only thing that I filmed of us going there was the footage of the very famous Big Blue Bug of Rhode Island. Yeah, that's what I got. I want to do like a tour and get all the rooms and have you guys be able to see everything because the property is so cool. But because everything was chaotic from the get-go, because I was also late, thank you, traffic. Anything longer than 15 minutes is a road trip in Rhode Island. And the paranormal team literally lives like 2 minutes and like 5 minutes away from the house. But anyway, I'm just going to explain the house real quick with some of its history and give you like a little montage of pictures real quick before we start the investigation because apparently stuff started happening right away. So I'm just going to put some pictures up on screen right now as I'm talking. So where we went to go investigate was the infamous Paine House in Coventry, Rhode Island. I practiced so long saying that right. Everyone else calls it Coventry. I do too. But the Paine House was originally built around 1691 by Samuel Bennett. He ran a sawmill like around at that site, and it's believed that the house began as like a one-room shelter. And this foundation's in the basement to kind of like solidify that fact, which you'll see in the video. Back then, like the main mode for travel besides horses was the Patuxent River. Everyone came by the river. After he passed away, the house was passed down to his son Samuel. And in 1741, the first town meeting and election took place there. How cool is that? And the next year, in 1742, the house was sold to Francis Brayton, and then he added to the house. And then he's the one who's believed to turn it into a tavern because he was granted a license to like sell liquors, and it kind of became like an inn too. After he passed away in 1783, the house was sold to his son Francis Jr. But in 1797, it was sold to Charles Holden and was known as the Holden Tavern. Then, quite a few years later, Holden's heirs sold it to Thomas Whipple in 1849, which, now that I'm thinking about it, that might make sense when we get to the Estes method part. Then in 1886, or 66, I think it's 1866, the Whipple family sold it to Phoebe Paine and Mary Mathewson, and then Mary sold her half to Phoebe Paine. So then it was in the Paine family for the next 87 years. After the last member of the family that died, they passed on the house. And the last person gave it to like a step sibling in 1946. And then in 1953, the heirs sold it to the Historical Society. And then it became on the National Historical Register like 1974. But there's so much history in that place. There was a birthing room, or they would call it the borning room, that's off to the side. When you see the footage, I have a REM pod in there. That's where people would go to have children. And sadly, where they would put people who were dying, who were sick, or maybe who were injured in random skirmishes with the Native Americans at that time. In the upstairs, there's a Civil War room, which has so many cool artifacts. There was a classroom and a schoolroom for children to learn. So much happened in this house. People lived there. Sadly, some people died there. Some of it was their homes for eons. Well, not eons, like they just stayed in the tavern and in the inn as a home. I'm exaggerating, but anyway. That's enough of me yapping. Let's get into the footage. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is what happened to Aiden after he was done checking out the schoolroom. And he had a weird experience. He's wearing one mic the whole time, and I'm wearing one mic the whole time. So that's why you see me in the footage, but you can't really hear me that well because I had my mic laying on the table because I was about to leave my phone to do some recording. And he's wearing my microphone in the other end of the house talking to somebody. So that's why you can't see him in frame, but you could hear him clearly. Let's check that out.
Huge whiff of just perfume. That's what like.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, while we were doing everything, I didn't want to interrupt because you guys were talking, but I literally felt like a cold breeze just brushed by me, and then a super strong amount of perfume. I don't know. I don't know about perfume. So. It was like
vanilla or flower.
Almost like a flower.
That'd be Sarah.
Flower.
It could be Sarah. I'm getting Sarah the name. I've never.
Baby throw up? Is that what you said? Torture.
Yeah, it was just so strong. I was just I don't know if it was one of you guys, but it wasn't them.
Is she Sarah? You here?
No, that's not like a perfume, like some.
flowery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like what my grandma would have. Yeah. Like it smelled like somebody literally like fresh out the bottle, just like sprayed it in front of me. That's what it smelled like.
And it only lasted for like a second.
Only for like a little bit. Like it literally, as it breezed by, it just was like the strongest perfume scent I've ever smelled in my
I've
life.
never experienced that here.
Like it was so like I could smell it. Like I thought it was one of y'all, but it wasn't.
It's nice and cool in here after everybody left. Did somebody leave that you wanted to communicate with? You don't want to talk to Janice and I? I just laid in bed. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I just went off, you know, her. Her. Who's her?
You're gonna here.
Yeah, we're gonna go in there too. So this is a shovel. That's the only name.
What's the shovel from? What is it?
After we left, I was gonna say after we all left, this was going, so I don't know
She likes me more anyway.
if anything happens.
What did you think of those noises and those voices? Like, that sounded like a child's voice, right? Am I wrong? Anyway, so now we're about to go into the basement, and this is where you could kind of see like the full filming chaos happen. Martina films with my phone for a little bit. Aiden films with my phone for a little bit. Sometimes the record button isn't pressed, so some of the footage didn't make it. There's a lot of cross-talking, and everyone's kind of smushed in the area together because there's looms there and spindles. You know what? I'll just let you see it for yourself.
Be careful on these stairs, Auntie.
Tell them to be careful on the stairs, Auntie. Oh, it's so cool.
Wait a minute. We're gonna leave the lights on, right?
Nope. Bruh.
Are you gonna be good with the lights
Used
off?
to be all lace goes around.
You're gonna be okay? Do you want to hold my flashlight?
Yeah. Good.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Oops.
Don't be sorry. I didn't know.
Hold on to the board can so I don't get lost.
How do I turn this on?
Oh, hold on. Hold this for a second.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, is this the gift
And
shop?
hold this too, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing, I was talking, all of a sudden I was really, really cold. And at that time, that's when she was standing behind me.
What the hell?
And she actually got the video of the black mass like coming up behind me.
Subscribe to Crystal. I told them to subscribe to you.
Oh, thanks.
And then he blinded me.
Okay. There we go. All right, I got it now. Thank you.
Stop doing that. This is the first time I talked to John was down here. The guy that was just upstairs.
I don't want to be in the
I
way.
was cold. He was down here the first time I talked to him. This used to be the tavern and everything.
We're following you.
What is that?
We're following you.
Okay.
You can come down here.
What is that?
They're following us.
Hi, Tom.
Smells like dirt.
Yeah, it does.
You say hello?
I like that smell though.
Me too.
Now that sounds like a little kid. That sounds like Cora. Sure? What was that? Sure. Sure. Sure.
It's a 2.3, 2.4.
I'm at 7.
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's not moving.
Yes.
You move your mind to yours and see if it goes down. Did your lantern just go off, or was that from the spirit box? That was a lantern?
Did it go off?
I saw something flicker, so I wasn't sure where it was.
Oh, that was it. The lamp. Oh.
Oh my gosh, Martina, you scared me. I thought that was...
Okay, like that. Sorry.
No.
I've never seen it go like all the way up. I've only seen it like flicker
My knees are
blue
like-
and then back down purple.
Why don't you
Who's
take a
down
squat?
here? Tell us your name.
It was bright enough where my back was turned that I saw the reflection of it. Did it go all the way up to the top?
No, it just flickered. It just went to blue and then right back down again.
That was still super bright.
Yeah, it is really bright.
That's good though.
And I also have let's have a cat ball.
Oh, on the stairs? Okay.
That's really bright.
Yeah.
If that goes off, you'll see it.
Oh yeah. Having a party down here now. The flashlight's still over here?
Crystal, have you ever gotten anything off of this? Off of these lights?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm still hearing the talking.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Yeah, it went up there and went down. Okay, so that trap door.
Oh, that's what leads down to right there?
It's right there.
There's a
Yep,
trap door.
that's-
Wow.
And then there's a little cutout there.
Look at the old book
Where
right
they
there.
could put like glasses.
There's a keg.
Okay, like a big barrel full of.
Oh, okay.
and
Okay, yeah. Now I know what it is. It's just...
Or, you know,
They're wooden now. They're
What's this-
lighter. Wooden then. Now
What's
they're
this
metal.
duck? What's this duck thing?
was it what?
The duck stuff. What is that? See, like this. Look, duck. What is
Oh
it?
yeah, duck, so you don't hit your head.
Oh, okay.
This is really original to the house. This is from like the 1600s.
Is somebody upstairs?
Upstairs, 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 upstairs.
I'm down to do an Estes, but I don't want to take
Yeah, but I
it.
don't. I just don't want to do it.
What?
No, it's fine. If one of us go under, will you ask questions?
Wait, what is it?
That's when you're blindfolded and you have the headphones plugged into the spirit box and someone's
I'll do
asking
it.
questions. That way it doesn't get... You'll do it?
I'll do it.
You've never done it before.
So fun.
Oh, we get to hear to pop someone's cherry spirit box cherry pop. Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
You're so funny, Crystal.
Are you gonna come up too? Or? I'll step on the cat ball.
Looks like you're not so dainty after all.
It moved a little bit, but it didn't go off again.
Didn't set it off. So she's like, "Ooh, I'm dainty."
Don't make fun. I was proud. All right, hold on. Let me. What? Can you not break my stuff? It's expensive. Now we get to the bane of my existence, the upstairs. Now, I love the upstairs. The upstairs is beautiful. I've been to this house multiple times. I've been in the attic. I've been in every room minus like the storage and the record keeping room. So I've gone into every room and then even outside in the property, even in the lofts and stuff like that. But there's one section of this that's going to be muted because there was a device that kept going off. So I'm just going to play so you guys can see some of that and then you'll see me again to explain the next part.
light up bulb. But
Do you guys want to do an Estes?
I've got 2 spirits, 3 spirits. I know my head.
You don't want to do it. I could go under if you don't want to go under.
Spirits.
It's up
Well,
to you.
like I think I feel a little bit more comfortable if there's light.
The same.
Well, you're still blindfolded.
I know.
What did that say? No way, just said look.
Late.
Oh.
It is late.
And like everybody else in the room would be nice too.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be isolated.
Oh, that's why I don't like it.
Well, I could do it in another room, because I don't mind. You know what I mean? If you feel comfortable asking
But
questions.
who's gonna ask the questions?
Anybody can.
Where would you want to do it?
Oh, I don't care. Now, this next part. There is a plethora of K2 meters, electromagnetic field detectors. They're normally used by electricians to find wires. I actually got 2 of mine from my dad. And I do have one that alarms if it's next to something. I have a magnetic bracelet that I wear because I get really bad motion sickness with my vertigo. So to test it out, I normally put it up against it. But my bracelet normally is farther enough where it won't accidentally trigger it. The second floor of the Paine House is not the top floor. There is another floor above that, which it was way too hot to go in because we went during the middle of the heat wave. And there's no air conditioning in there. There's alarm systems in there. All the wires run back and forth. There's stuff up in the attic that's all laid out. So the meter kept alarming because it's picking up on all the electronics, and you could even see them in the video. So that's not paranormal. None of that was paranormal. But since that one has sound, when I go under the Estes method, when I started, there was no beeping. No one was using it. And then after I went under, it's basically going on the whole entire time. And I didn't know that. And I was all excited to hear it since everyone was saying everything that I was saying under the Estes method was making sense. And all the responses were matching up with everything. So I was all excited because, like, I don't know what the hell's going on because I have a spirit box blasting in my ears. Forgot my blindfold downstairs, so I just had my eyes closed. But all I heard was beeping. And with my editing program, even though it was maybe a 15 to maybe 20-minute Estes session, about 12 minutes of that was filled with beeping. And with my editing program, I had to go in and edit each second and denoise each second to make it bearable. And it took me from 8 a.m. in the morning to about 9:30 at night to try and make it watchable. If you can't watch it, that's totally fine. I skipped through everything and I put all the captions on screen. I'm in black and white with red background, so you know what I'm saying. And then the questions being asked are just normal white with black background font. So if you're like, I can't stand listening to this, I tried editing it out as much as I can, totally fine. You can mute it if you want to know what happens, because some of this stuff was kind of spot on and interesting. There was a lot of patriotic stuff that, like I said, but it is also close to the 4th of July. So, you know, take with that whatever you will. The thing is like, I wish my laptop was working so I could transfer it. I took it out before I left since I know I can't get into my laptop and I don't want to use it. But the spirit box that I use, I don't use the fancy SB7 because all a spirit box is a radio that is constantly in seek mode. So if you were around older cars, do you remember in the radio, you hit the seek button and it would just go until it found a station? That's what these do 24/7 for both AM and FM. I always use AM. That's my preference. And I scan through backwards. That doesn't mean that the stations play backwards. It means it starts from the furthest number and goes to the smallest number. Around here, all the smaller number stations are the talk show radios. So if I start with that, I'm just going to hear that right away. So that's what I do. But with this having an SD card, you can record it and then play it back so everybody else can hear it. And I would love to be able to like have you guys hearing what I'm hearing at the same time. Because if we're thinking about something or if we're in a certain mindset, we're just going to kind of like project everything that we're doing. And you don't want to take everything at face value. You kind of want to look at things a little bit more. This way, maybe I'll do like a private one. Because there's nothing wrong with anybody that like we investigated with. The only like downside is I like to have a mix of people who are believers and skeptics, or kind of like in the middle. I'm a believer. I try to be skeptic, but sometimes you're caught up in the moment. So it's hard to look past it, especially if everyone else around you is a hardcore believer. And kind of like taking everything for like what it is in the moment. And then when you're using a whole bunch of stuff, then like everything is paranormal, then you're always going to get responses. So I want to be able to fix my laptop laptop because I have other stuff on there that I want to share, but that way I could start recording all my spirit box sessions. That way you guys could hear them too. Anyway, I talked for far too long because that editing process made me so upset. Here is the Estes session, and if you watch it, let me know what you think.
There. What is that? Oh wow, that's really high.
53, 52, 54. No, let's go up higher again. It's got to be something up here.
Yeah, it's gotta be electrical. Yeah, I think it's electrical wiring.
Mm-hmm. So many flies in here.
Well, yeah, it might be the
Lights
yeah.
is right down the ceiling. Yeah. And lights are here, right there. Fire extinguisher system.
Yeah. 7 to 6. So it's going.
Grim.
Right here is.
Grim? Grim.
Uh-huh.
Where's that?
Yeah. So it's lower over here.
Yeah, so right here is.
You want to ask?
Is there anybody up here with us? Did you live here? Can you tell us your name? How old are you? Did you work here? Did you take care of the horses? Did you work in the wood shop?
How old are you?
Yeah.
Do you still want to sing? Are you a member of the Paine family? Yeah.
We can see the light.
Going to the light?
Hi.
Are you afraid?
Help me with the. Please.
What do you need help with? Is there anyone here with you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go downstairs? Is there someone bad here?
Exactly.
Whoa. Somebody bad here.
Do you believe in us?
What?
Do you believe in us?
Are you Cora?
All in the land.
Did you own all the
Snooker
land?
table.
Soccer table.
Yeah.
Did you farm this land? Did you run one of the mills? What were you afraid of?
Smells like perfume and ooh, look at the dress.
Is it your dress?
You were the last one to go out.
Did you go to the school here?
That's kind of weird.
Oh, it's just a kid voice. Like giggle. John, whip.
Going off like. Is John here now? Was he a soldier?
It was clear before. There was like a little girl like singing.
Yeah.
I was in classroom.
That would bring the heat and cool
Was it?
upstairs.
Oh, classroom.
The girl.
Did you sew here?
The war is over.
Is it the Civil War?
We get.
Did you know any Union soldiers?
Ooh, it's just flute music.
Soldiers, Civil War, flute music. You hear any drumming?
Yeah, and there.
There is a Civil War room, and there is a drum in there. How old are you?
It's made out of
I understand
copper.
you.
It's made out of copper.
Not that.
What's made out of copper?
Maybe the flute?
Whistle.
Other
Yankee?
Yankee? Were there any Confederate soldiers here? Did any of your relatives fight in the war?
Here, 5.
How many children are
More
here?
whistles, like a woman whistling now.
Oh. How many children are here? Do you know their names? What is your name?
Come sit with me on the bed.
Are you still afraid?
Oh, it was a little girl's voice. It was like, I couldn't make it out.
Do you feel safe here? Mommy
Things
here?
are getting more dangerous.
Is your mommy here with you?
Mama.
Did you live in this house? Or did you visit?
Home. Room.
Homeroom.
See you.
Where is the school?
These something working?
Did you work here? Did you work on the land?
Yes, ma'am.
You like cats?
Are you getting tired?
They had
The
to
green.
get out.
Who had to get out?
Giddy up.
Did you have a horse? Did you ride in the carriages here?
You have a pony?
They used to dress them up for
2,000
Christmas.
times.
Did you go into the barn?
Oh, super faint. Blacks. Something.
You over here?
Was there a blacksmith? That beeping's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
What happened in the stable?
All the lights blue, burned. Was something stolen?
What was stolen?
Did somebody steal something from
Manifest.
Horse weighs 3,000 pounds.
Manifest.
you? We're gonna say goodnight now. Can you say goodnight? We'll let you.
Yeah, good.
We'll let you rest.
Yeah, I think maybe we should stop.
Yeah.
She looks like she's starting to get like affected. You know?
Okay. Wanna call it quits?
Yeah.
Go kind of stomp near her so she can feel the vibration.
Oh, no, sorry. Take her out of misery.
Yeah?
Jesus, out of you too.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
We were just about to end, ask you to end it, so. Because you looked like you were being affected and like you were rubbing your eyes and
Wait.
It's because my eyes kept wanting to open. I didn't have my blindfold.
the what?
The foam part is not on it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like scream in your face. I'm so
Sorry.
Sorry if I scared anybody.
Crystal, the phone from this came off.
Want to be here?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. I have more.
Okay.
What came up?
The phone.
Going there?
Oh, the
Did any of that make any
foam.
sense?
Yeah, the little
Huh?
foam
Did
thing.
anything make any
Oh,
sense?
okay.
Yeah.
I just remember something
Oh, there
singing
it
about
is.
a horse.
Yeah, you said about a horse,
I
but
never
we were
came
saying
over
about the about the
I never
Civil
came
War.
over here.
Really?
And you
Way
said
over
about
here.
the Yankee, and then about a flute, and
Yeah, it was like flute music
you
coming
could hear
through.
flute music.
Yeah.
So it's like as soon as you said about the Civil War, and you said about the war is over, Civil War, and then you were saying about the flute. Well, I said about flute, and you could hear a flute playing. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was like super duper quick, but
Yeah.
like I just remember it was like when they were talking about the horse, it was singing, and that was the only thing like I can remember. It
Yeah.
was just like horse is 3,000 pounds, and it was singing it, and that's the only thing I can remember
The
saying.
big horse.
Crystal,
So-
I've been here. I was standing over there for a little bit, but we just found this all the way in the corner over there.
Really?
What
I
was
wasn't even over there. I did feel stuff on my arm. I don't know if it was him. It wasn't like dainty. It was like a little like that.
what was over there?
Well, the floor is crooked, but
Mhm.
that's interesting. Did anything
What?
else go off?
My
So
hand
do
is
you
tingling.
guys want to go in the military room or would you rather go out to the woodshed?
I'm gonna go out. It's like hot.
Yeah, it's really hot up here.
I want to go where it's not 90 degrees.
No, I
Yeah,
feel you.
same.
We'll go downstairs and then
I
go
need to
into
sleep.
the woodshed. It's possible. Yeah, but there's nobody else in the house except us. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting like chills.
When you were saying about a kid, she was saying about schoolroom and stuff too.
I can't wait to watch this back. It was just like such random stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It never makes sense when you hear it.
Right?
That's why.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember one time I was talking about croissants, you know? I think it was a Dunkin' commercial.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. My legs feel like jello now. Okay. Oh. None of these went off, right? Like you couldn't hear them or anything?
Didn't hear anything.
So in the Woodhouse, I was not able to film that much. The equipment that was making the beeping noise was brought in there, and turns out it was on the hold button. So it was just hold, like it would hold on the highest frequency that it last picked up, so it was just going to keep beeping. So I turned it off when I got in there, so that's why the beginning montage of it is quiet. And then Martina got scared as soon as we turned off the lights, and my camera was off on the wood saw table, like off to the side, and she literally grabbed like my arm and like the side of me with like both hands. It would not let me go. So as stuff was happening, I couldn't film it. My camera was facing out a window, and since we moved away from it, you could barely hear us since the microphones had died and I was just using the camera audio. So the only thing I think I get at the very end when she was feeling better was like the very, very end bit where, you know, they were saying goodnight and a flashlight went off. So I got that on camera. Oh, I could hear the crickets.
On and off.
Over there, because we all fit over here, but I don't know if we'll be able to see it. That's the only thing.
Well, we can all kind of walk around
Yeah.
and go over there.
What if I stand it up? I'm just gonna turn it on for like a split second. Oh yeah, you guys will be able to see that, right? If I have it stand up. That's it on.
Yeah, but how's it gonna, oh, I think it does better laying down now, really.
It won't really stay. So if that turns on.
Okay, that's good. We could see it if it went off. Okay, so right now it's off. Okay. All right.
I heard a little voice said, okay.
I heard there was someone outside, like a voice outside,
Oh,
but I don't know if that was.
Safe here.
Oh, thank you.
It sounded like a little girl voice that said K.
If you put that flashlight on, though, we won't be able to tell when that flashlight
Okay.
goes off.
so if you could shut that light off that you're holding so that we can see that if
I'm
the
just
other
gonna
flashlight
go off to the
goes
side
on.
around, everybody. No, it's okay. I know you're clinging to me.
So this used to be a woodworking shop. It is also stalls for horses, because they used to board horses out here when people were traveling. This is where they would keep the horses. Are you tired now? Do you? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I know it takes a lot of energy for you to do that. So we're gonna stop asking questions and wrap things up. But thank you for communicating with us. We really appreciate it.
You have a good night, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. It was good talking to you.
Oh, wasn't that awesome?
Have a good one, Peter.
That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go around this way now. Oh. So if you guys wanna, walk around and explore there's a lot of cool old tools here. We've got lathes, we've got presses, we've got drills.
Yeah.
7 now.
Yeah, it's even hot in here. Crazy.
I know.
Next month's gonna be really hot.
Oh, I know. And next week it's gonna be like 100 degrees.
I know, right?
Ay, ay, ay.
Thank you. You stay here, please.
This footage was an accident. Like I said, I didn't know I recorded this until after when I uploaded everything and I was going through everything. And then afterwards, I listened to it with headphones. But here it is.
expand. I want to add an addition.
I'm gonna have to wear my hoodie so I have pockets. How are we gonna?
Well, to pay. That's why.
They came
That's
up
why
with
they
all
swore.
sorts of random stuff.
Cindy, do you want your drink?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna see if Martina wants hers.
You guys need some help carrying anything? Or you got it?
I'm pretty sure we got it.
No, because I gotta carry this. Do you
Oh, we
mind
have
carrying
more
this?
stuff.
Need help with your stuff? You got your stuff? Do you need us to come back to help you?
I'm good. I just gotta grab my keys and my drink.
Alright, because I just saw some stuff over there, so I wasn't sure if that was
Yeah, I
you.
don't know. Oh, that's Maggie's stuff, so she'll be back later.
Everybody get paid?
Yeah, I grabbed it from the classroom, so. Alright, look out, step here.
Alright, see the tape.
Okay.
Should I quit?
So the one that we were thinking, that's actually not a fish. It's the same fish. It will look right there. Yeah. That didn't show up in any of her pictures.
No.
Nope.
Was that still in the shed?
Yeah. That was that one right there. Not this. Not this.
So that's cool. When you guys took the other picture though, were you able to see if it was the reflection?
Yeah, that one was, but then people corners. But Auntie also helped me around here. I forget which one. What's that?
Lake.
So nothing small.
So the face that he thought,
Yeah.
what he thought was a face wasn't a face. It was something inside the, you know, because I took 3 pictures
Yeah.
and the same thing appeared in my picture 3 times. But there was a face, just not where he thought it was. He did get a picture of a face, and it looked like.
I forgot my phone, my most important
Oh,
thing.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Make sure you take everything with you.
Adventure.
Adventure.
If there's any.
So what does that sound like to you? To me, honestly, at first, when I first heard it, I thought it was angry, like light switches, like someone just angrily flipping light switches, which didn't make any sense to me. Then, after I listened to it with my headphones, because when I was first hearing it, I was like, wait, what? Went and grabbed my headphones, plugged it in. Second listen, it sounded like a water bottle. Like, you know, when you play with like a water bottle, or a water bottle can change in temperature. It could pop and move on its own. Remember, I thought that was happening in one of my videos, but it wasn't. But anyway, there was no water bottle left behind in that room. So I made sure everyone grabbed their drinks. The only stuff that was left behind was a metal container of water, like a Stanley type of like container with the handle, and then a Pelican box filled with one of the other investigators' equipment. Those were the only things that were left in the room. And then the movement and like the clothes swishing, it sounded like, I know it sounds cliche, but it made me think of like a dress or a skirt, like the little swish swish coming up to it. And I don't know. I know they said the little girl, they were referring to her as Cora, and I think through the Estes method, I got a voice Claire, or like Claire something like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's different spirits. Maybe it's the same one. Maybe her name is like Dorothy and we have it wrong. If so, I am so sorry. Nothing worse than being called by the wrong name, unless you want to start a new identity. But yeah, so I was like, oh, it's a water bottle. And then I was like, wait, there was no water bottles left. Because I was like, when I came back with my phone after I turned it off, I did another sweep, hardcore, just to make sure I didn't forget anything else. And there was no other thing that was there, except for stuff that belonged to the house. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. So yeah, let me know if you like this video. If you want something like this, maybe next time a bit more organized. Maybe I'll rent out the place, or I could go back there again. That way you guys could see the rooms, and I'll just rent out the whole place. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna leave this off with some final footage from everybody, seeing what they thought of everything and stuff, and just little happy moments. So I'm wishing and hoping that good things happen to you now. All right, let's get to past us. Yes. Past us. I have not slept. I am so sorry. Thanks, you guys too.
You too.
I know.
Who's gonna take a picture?
Oh, I don't know. Where's one there? Selfie. Am I getting you, Nolan? Yeah.
I'm old.
My face is in the dark.
I think all of our faces are in the dock.
No, everybody else is in the light. Crystal.
Oh,
It's like Final Destination.
I know, right? All right, hold on. There's no microphone, so I don't know how this works. But what'd you
That's
guys
okay.
think?
It was fun.
Fun.
Yeah?
It's exciting.
Yep.
Saw some weird stuff and heard a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
There's a ghost that likes to swear a lot.
Yeah.
It was fun.
There's a ghost that has a crush on her too, so.
Yeah,
Bum,
he
bum,
kept on
bum.
following me.
Would you guys ever come back here again?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Word. Awesome.
For sure.
There's many others. That's true.